Alright guys, good morning everyone. I think we're live. Let me just check out a few settings here. Alright, microphone looks good. Let me know if anything doesn't sound right or whatnot. Alright. Otherwise, let's get started. Oh, happy Monday everybody. Oh. All right, we're starting a little bit earlier here. It's 8:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we got pretty much a full 30 minutes before the market opens at 9:30. Right now it's November 30th, last trading day of the month, first trading day of the week, Monday. Let's here we go. To be honest, pre-market today I was a little bit, I didn't see a lot of moves that I was super stoked about. In hindsight, CAAS. Really strong move here. I wasn't really ready for this climb. I actually ended up buying a breakout here, but I didn't get my full size, so this was a bit of a scratch. And then some really good continuation here. I'm up slightly pre-market, $124. We could talk a bit more about CAAS in a little bit, but my main winner was SPCB. I actually only traded it twice. I traded it once here on this possible breakout. We didn't get the breakout, and I closed for pretty much where I bought in. And then we had a failed bounce at 1.5. It cracked here a little bit, and I bought into that crack because the volume, although kind of looking high here, was really starting to pivot quite nicely in these peaks, and that's why I went long, and I was looking for a quick retrace, so a quick bottom bounce there. So only 3 trades so far pre-market, pretty much 2 scratches and 1 win. Just gotta keep it simple. Well, boys, that's funny. I still gotta wake up. Okay. Dark winter starts tomorrow. Is that a thing? Nice, Sebastian. $200 pre-market. Good stuff, man. Let's go back to CAAS and talk about what we're looking for this ticker. This is a Chinese auto parts company, China Automotive Systems. They came out with some news this morning, 6 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. First one, significantly increases sales to rising Chinese EV market. Looks like they have some sort of power steering product sales as well to EV makers. Chinese government has set an EV car target 25% of all new cars by 2025. That actually doesn't sound like that much. That's pretty far in the future. But at least the government is pro EV to some extent, so that looks pretty good. It's a good catalyst. I don't know if I would have put the catalyst this strong personally, but these Chinese tickers, it's always a little bit harder to value them, I find, and you got to trade the price action. So far, the price action on CAAS has been very strong, so you don't really want to go into this ticker overly biased. Right now we're having a high of 765. That's quite a strong high. Oops, let's move this over here a little bit more. $7, a bit of head and shoulders in this area, and then that high at 796. We don't want to forget that area, so I'm just going to mark a few of these important zones. So you can see here we had the original kind of break past 6, then we topped out at roughly 7 where that former shoulder was, and then we've been inching up slowly ever since then. Gives us a little bit more perspective what's going on. I'm not sure if we're going to have a break at 8. That's the big question. You know, can we break past 8? So far, there's been a lot of power behind this ticker. Very thickly traded pre-market. So we'll see. We will see. Remember, guys, if you're curious to think, you know, is this a good stock to trade? If you come over to our checklist, which you can get in the video description below, tradejournal.co/connect, you know, let's think about this for a second. You know, is this a tradable stock? Well, the float is under, right here, under 12 million. So that's pretty close. I think it was like $11.5 million. So give this one probably a check because, you know, it's ideally under 10 million. Has a news catalyst. Yes, there's 2 big catalysts coming out. Strong spike history. Let's go over here. Well, we have a big runner here. This is a multi-day run. We have a few of these nice little spikes. Some good spikes here. Recent earnings winner. They spiked up, pulled back. Now they're breaking out again past 5. Yeah, I would definitely say good spike history. Daily room to run. You know, pre-market has been so aggressive on this ticker that I would probably argue that right now the room to run is around 8. But if we pass 8, if we break out past 8 on CAAS, this could really, really run. So I would give it a good check here. Plus, it's over the 180-day moving average. So that's always a nice sign. So let's see what we can squeeze out of it. Of course, if we go here to the weekly chart, things look a little bit different. But 8 is the next major spot, and then I would probably go ahead and argue it kind of looks like this 8.89 zone. So that's something else to kind of keep in mind. 10, and then somewhere here maybe at 10, 11 or so. It seems kind of like this whole dollar zone is quite significant on CAAS. Let's go here to 10 again. Fast rate of change for sure. CAAS is an absolute beast. Check out these 2 candles right here. This is 20% in 2 candles. That's 2 minutes. You get, you know, 10% each. That's insane. A lot of these kind of, you know, cracks to the upside are strong percentage gainers. So it definitely has a fast rate of change, and ideally between $2 and $7. Well, it started this morning at $3.75, and it will actually extended hours. It started, right? But yeah, it's pretty much checking all this out. It's up ideally at 40%. It is overtraded though, so be very careful. It's holding its highs nicely, and that's not really pulling back more than 25% at any given time. So CAAS is definitely a lead gapper that I want to be looking at without a question. And it's in the EV market, like Sebastian says. Yeah, that's huge. SPCB, you know, it's getting that direction as well. This was our original lead gapper, Israel Security and Protection Services, 12 million float, 14 million market cap. They have a new contract in Wisconsin. This continues Supercom's positive momentum to secure contracts to provide their advanced electronic monitoring products to the U.S. and other international. I always like kind of merger, or not mergers, partnership news, collaborations. This is definitely up there. It's really nice. Doesn't say too much about the actual deal itself. I think that's a little bit, would be nice to know a little bit more about it. Who knows how big this deal is. There's definitely a few other tickers. We have SNSS kind of selling off a bit, but did kind of put a double bottom in, so maybe some big support around $2. We'll see if there has a bit of a reversal, but it pulled back 20% from the highs. Would like to see this one hold above VWAP. Don't really want to see it crashing below $2, so keep an eye on it. Or MP. I thought this was going to be one of the lead gappers on the day, but right now it's having a really hard time holding its highs. I would probably consider trading this, but it's just a slow mover, so we'll see what kind of action we get out of it. NGA, really nice pop to the upside. Break back past VWAP. Whoa, it's a bit of a tongue twister. Break back above. It's Monday. I don't know if I should drink coffee or water both at the same time. Morning, everyone that's coming in here. Just checking the chat. I'm pretty much out of all my swing trades, and I definitely need to start looking for more swing trades. So, based on how much time we have today, maybe I'll focus a bit more on swinging at one point. Strong move here on NGA, huh? Once it found that support off 12, it just ripped on up. Problem is, there was no real good time to trade this one. Pretty much pre-market for TD opened at 7, had a big spike to the upside, had a quick pullback, and then it was pretty much over. I don't know. It would have been a little bit hard trying to squeeze something out of this one. Ooh, sorry. CAAS going for another break here. Let's see if we can get this above 8. Nice move. Ooh, fake out. This could be a fake out. I'd be careful. First, I was thinking about possibly jumping in on this one, but it's near such big resistance and it's overextended in my eyes, so those are always big reasons I usually don't like jumping on tickers. I like trading around 7:30 and like 8:30. Those are usually like around 2 of my favorite times to trade pre-market. And then everything past 9. Kind of like just reviewing what's happened so far. Would I load up on CAAS? I don't think I'm gonna trade like support and load up and wait for a big rip to the upside. I don't think it's a bad idea, but I would like to do a little bit more quick momentum trading on CAAS. Yeah, like clean bangers. Right now, I'm kind of just more in the phase of like loading a crypto portfolio. The fees make trading crypto a little bit less attractive than stocks in my eyes. And I like the fact that stocks, have an opening bell and you can sit down for 2 hours and trade with the biggest momentum on the day and then kind of be done. With crypto, I found the hardest part about trading crypto is just the lack of an opening bell kind of where everyone's trading. There are kind of those moments though I've noticed where like most of the action happens at like, I don't know, 1 or 2 spots around the day, but it's never a sure thing. Sebastian, I think everyone in this chat room, or at least hopefully most people in this chat room, understand that most of these small caps are pretty shady companies, and we don't recommend investing in any of them. At least I don't. I rarely even hold any of these overnight. We sometimes talk about potential overnight plays, but pretty much 99% of the time you can just guarantee that I'm not going to be holding any of this stuff overnight. Let's check out the SPY here. Bitcoin's back to 19.5. That's actually quite impressive. Up 15%. That's huge. SPY up. Actually, it's down 0.16%. So this one's just clinging to some serious level here. I mean, if we don't break above 365 and 366, I'd be nervous for this thing to just really kind of consolidate here. I want to see a solid breakout and then ideally have a move from there, but we'll see. I've been a little bit more skeptical. I was thinking we were going to come back to like 350 or so. So far, it hasn't really been the case. So we'll see what happens. But SPY, wow, strong move on that one. Dow Jones has been doing pretty well, cracking 300. SPX, NASDAQ, making some really good moves. This recovery on Bitcoin, I gotta say, was a little bit, in my eyes, again, unexpected. I was really expecting, again, a little bit more of a sell-off. I've been a little bit too conservative with crypto in general, thinking, okay, well, this has been such a strong move. I would like to see a bigger sell-off, but they tend to not really happen in the last, pretty much this whole year in a way, except in the beginning when we had that huge dump. Where was that? Yeah, that was March. Yeah, March was a pretty ferocious little dump. Morning, guys. Daddy's Bank consolidated. Even hit a new high, just absolutely insane. I wonder if it's going to break 20,000 today. Could, definitely could. Up 15% is no joke. All right, let's go back to the lead gappers here and kind of focus on what's going on. And before, I'll throw in the disclaimer and then maybe do a quick little, we'll see. Be right back. John, yeah. Nice little retrace on SNS. I think with CAAS, we want to be really careful at the open because this one's quite extended pre-market. So like we were going over the checklist earlier, just want to be a little bit weary once something really is overextended. It hasn't really had time to consolidate yet too much. This is still just the first leg to the upside. I'm not sure if we're going to get another leg right away. This could be more of a, if it holds, let's say it holds, I wouldn't be surprised if the actual move to the upside past 8 was like closer to midday or something like that. There's Mara popping up. Yeah. Slack Technologies, huge pre-market move for a company this size. Ever since Salesforce deal was looking to buy them, it's been a nice move. And that high of 42. Let's see what kind of resistance that did. It actually made 0 resistance. Definitely calm before the storm here. CAAS is finding some decent 5-minute support right above 7. Ooh. My God, I am really tired this Monday morning. I guess it's a classic after holiday weekend, huh? Also, like, slept in for the first time, I feel like, on Sunday. Or no, was that Saturday? I don't remember. It was nice. Got the good bathroom breaks. It's a little more tricky because I don't have the standing desk, so I have to actually stand up every time. Might as well just bring the toilet here. You guys wouldn't even know. I'm watching SPCB on my second screen. Keep thinking maybe this is going to start popping at one point. I think there's a good chance we're going to see a move past 1.6, which is currently VWAP, fairly soon. I don't know if it's going to be pre-market or right at the opening bell, but that's a key spot to watch. I wouldn't mind even... oh, look, it's actually moving right now. I'm curious to see if we have some sort of red to green move in the morning. Anything around 1.5 could be a really good entry. We had that low of 1.46, so 1.46 is definitely a spot to watch if we get kind of in that area. So I'm just gonna mark this area very lightly right here. So just to remind myself, that's where the pre-market double bottom would be. CAAS had news in the EV market. They're selling a lot of these power steering parts to EV makers, and China's significantly increasing sales of EVs, and they want to have 25% of all cars sold or vehicles sold in China to be EVs by 2025. So I guess you could say a government-backed initiative that CAAS is benefiting from. Yeah, wow, boys. It's always a little bit of like, I feel like we're missing a few, like half the story with every Chinese stock. I'm like, okay, what's really happening? SPCB touched 1.6 with a few bits for a second there. Ugh. How was everyone's holiday weekend? Nice and relaxing. I went to Key West. That was a pretty funny evening. It was pretty open. I mean, you had to wear masks and whatnot. Yeah, you know the basic rules, right? What did I do in Key West? You know, the usual things that you do in Key West. But yeah, it was pretty open. I wouldn't say like super packed, but it was definitely some stuff going on. Thanks, Harley. Thanks for that shout out, man. Appreciate the support. Oh, I feel like it's so chill today. It's like when you're in school and you have a substitute teacher and you just know you ain't gonna do anything today. That's what it feels like. John's making more coffee, smart man. How do I pick my stocks? Good question. Well, what we do is we have a scanner. Right now I'm using TOS's scanner. You can kind of rig them together pretty nicely. A lot of settings, but I gotta say I kind of wish there was more settings. Like one of my biggest peeves is on the TOS scanners, you can't custom make things based on shares. I find that a little bit annoying. What I mean by shares is why I don't really have enough time to talk about this right now, but if you customize your own formula, there is you can't like base things on you can't use shares as a variable. And there was a few things I wanted to do, but yeah, if you guys are curious on the scanners, man, I really gotta wake up. If you guys are curious on the scanners, we have a video in the video description below that talks all about the scanners. Also, Webull is another one I actually would recommend for scanners, even if you guys don't use Webull. There is a link in the videos in the first pinned comment. You can get up to 4 free stocks, guys, if you sign up to Webull. What I use them for is my investment portfolio primarily, but the scanner, the pre-market scanner, I have found works very nicely. And sometimes my TOS scanner will miss a ticker, but the Webull scanner doesn't. Just the straight up pre-market scanner, it misses filters, so you can't filter by like market cap, but you could sort it by market cap, so it's fine. But it's kind of like a good backup scanner I found. Plus it's free, so why not? Cutscene, that's ambitious, but I appreciate it, man. Okay, we got CAAS popping and we got SPCB popping right now. This is looking interesting. Remember CAAS, guys? It was fitting our whole criteria that we went over pre-market. The only thing I would say is a big red flag is the fact that it's extremely extended pre-market. It looks like it's, you know, had already a big fake out here at 775, formed a doji candle, and I'm not sure if we're going to break above that just yet. We might, but let's see what happens. Wouldn't be surprised if it was a bit more consolidation first. This could be a fake out here as well, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. Don't remind to switch over your time of force today if you're on TD, or some other brokers probably required as well. Position sizes ready to go. I got 500 shares ready to go on CAAS, and then I got SPCB roughly with, you know, I got about 3,000 shares ready to go on that ticker. Maybe I'll just make it 2,000 shares, and then I'd rather buy twice. I think that'd probably be a better way to go. So 2,000 shares ready to go on SPCB. All right, another 30 seconds here before the market opens, guys. Good luck, everyone. And don't forget, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing pre-market, or like if you're asking any questions once the market opens, sometimes I don't see them because the first, 15 minutes, I try to be more focused, unless it's really flat. So we'll see what happens. COCP. I was not watching that one pre-market, so no thoughts yet, but could be interesting. We'll probably check it out in a bit. All right, here we go, guys. CAAS and SPCB are popping higher right out of the gates. The markets are slightly red, which is usually okay. Okay, CAAS and SPCB both turned around like at the same time. Possible VWAP support. Usually I would go for a trade like this, but it's very overextended, so I am a little bit cautious. Keep an eye on SPCB, guys. Just had a huge sell-off and a huge bounce all together in the same. Wow, that was like a 7% move to the downside and then instantly pop right back up in the same candle. That was pretty intense. CIIC below 26. That's the ticker we've been looking at. See, SPCB, guys, looks like it could be setting up a red to green move right now. Big breakout there. Oh, it's trying at 1.6. Pulling back quickly. Whew. That could have been a fake out. I did not trade it. 155 could be an entry, but so far I'm just kind of watching. $155 getting support again. Alright, let me know if the volume or whatnot is not good. Didn't hear any problems though before. SPCB could be cracking 1.6 any moment. There goes CAAS, sorry. %10 dip would put us around 675. SPCB with a nice breakout there. Just try to trade this breakout at 158, long at 158. Bought again. Sorry about that, couldn't switch my screen in time. Took some profits on that one. Trying to take some more profits on this one. Still long, small position size. Closing out the rest of my trade. Was looking for a continuation past 165. Wasn't really getting it. Was long 4,000 shares. Happened really quick, guys. Sorry I couldn't switch my screen in time. Mara's cranking it. MRNA. Marna. Here it goes. SPCB's trying. I want to keep an eye out on CAAS though. It's SPCB. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Happy I took profits quickly on that one. Made about 160 on that last trade. Not a bad profit in like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. SNNS below 193. At least TOS is showing our entries and exits. That's nice. Alex, have you checked FinViz or Google Finance or maybe BAM SEC? I always like to use at least 2 different sources and then sometimes 3. It's a bit more rare, but like I would say like, I don't know, 5% of the time it takes a 3rd source, a little bit more digging. Maybe something with the SEC filing oftentimes catches something. Woo! VWAP, that's intense. Yeah, thanks Dennis for that. For digging that out. Alright. Comment collected here, guys. I'm only 1 trade deep since the pre-market, since the open. Pre-market I had 3 trades. Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Whew. Nasty dip on SPCB. Small entry on SPCB. Full entry on SPCB at 142 now. Big sell-off it had. Cracked some key support. Down about 14% from that last big sell-off. So small chance of a, well, not a small chance, but I think it's a pretty decent risk-reward trade here. Looking for ideally a move back to 1.5. All right, I sold soon at 147. I was trying to sell at 148, but it didn't seem like we were going to snag that one. Made about 200 off of that. Very quick trade. Got kind of lucky on that one in a way. But I really like the good risk reward on it. Remember we were mapping out this 144 area, guys, pre-market? That's exactly why we were mapping it out. To remember that this was a key zone of support. We were up about 260, now we're up about 460 on that after that trade, so probably around 200 we locked in on that. Had a bit bigger size. About a $6,000 position size. SPCB, let's see what happens. Tempting to trade here, but also a bit risky. Surprised it wasn't halted, this ticker. It's down about 20% from that last move. One four looks like it's about to get chipped away. Bounce back above 1.4, maybe see 1.45. Was thinking about, oh. Yeah, I was thinking about an entry at around like 134, 135. We didn't really get down there again. Then I tried to get an entry at 137, but it looked like I'm a little late to the party on this one. So decent 4% pop there. Congrats to anyone that traded that one. I missed it. CAAS, I have not traded this one since pre-market. This is actually where I want to do these bounces. So if I was focused on CAAS, there's a good chance we would have walked away with some profits on this one too. Or, I don't know, maybe we would have got shaken out, but there was opportunity. That's what's important. Oh man, yeah, the heart monitor watch. Throw that on the screen would be hilarious. I don't think today I was getting too nervous. Probably because I'm still sleeping in my head. There's definitely some times where I really feel it. Man, SPCB, that 137 entry would have been on fire. Oh my lord, bounced up 10 cents a share on a $1.5 stock. Whew, it's about 8% return we could have walked away with. That would have been huge. That was a big sell-off SPCB had. Really, really big sell-off. Yeah, Corey, it's good to be probably a bit more calm today. Especially pre-market today was not something I was excited in. I think I got really lucky on SPCB on that VWAP breakout. Bit of a choppy session out here though. So right now we're up about $400, close to $500. Only clean beggars. SPCB, guys, just keep in mind it has very light volume. It's up only $33 million traded today. That's a very small amount. I'm a little bit skeptical on resolution on this ticker. CAAS is about $83 million volume, still very light. But these are really the only two major lead gappers we're seeing today. So, well, we'll see what happens. CAAS is a sketchy one to trade. This thing's really been selling off quite a bit. This is exactly what we said will probably happen at the market open, because it fit our watch list criteria to the T, but it was way over traded. So that was a big red flag. 13% down from the highs. I'm watching CAS for a possible break of 6.5, and then maybe could be a good trading opportunity. CAS. See if we can get an entry here at 146. 646. I think I might have missed that 6.5 crash. That's exactly what I was waiting for. $6.46. I missed it. I can't believe that. It's exactly the move I called out. Let's see. Maybe we'll get another opportunity. I don't know. It's a weak bounce so far. You gotta get. Six, 4, 7. I would expect this to go back above 6.5 fairly soon. If it dips below, it could be another opportunity, but it's a shaky backside move here that, you know, sometimes hard to manage your risk on this ticker, and the upside reward is oftentimes not too great. So that's why I haven't really entered this trade yet. Possible entry at 43. Small size at 43. If we have another dip, maybe I'll do another trade from there. Sell volume has been fading, gave me a little bit of confidence there. Small position size, roughly only $3,000. Second size at 39. Yeah, it looks like we might be giving back some profits on this one. Volume is really light though. Makes me a bit confident, more confident. I would have been waiting for a move back above 6.5. That would be my original exit target. Had that one opportunity. Can we break above 6.5? This could be the breakout spot. I'm just going to close out this one. There's a chance we could have broke back above 6.5. It wasn't my goal to hold after a failed attempt. Now, I oftentimes give it 2-3 tries. 3 tries is always like where I say no, kind of I'm usually out before the third attempt. I didn't even give this one a second attempt because CAAS is on the backside of the move, and to me, we are risking too much for a possible move back above 6.5. Did I get shaken out early? Yeah, clearly I did, because it broke back above 6.5 and we could have walked away with, 2 times, 3 times the profits. Did I walk away with, almost 10 cents a share? Yeah, so small profit there, made about 50 bucks, is what it is. Better than a loss, so I'm happy with it. Jonathan, maybe it's actually really funny. I wonder if that's ever happened where one of us in the group actually ended up trading shares to each other. Imagine. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, nice move. Yeah, Corey, that's no joke. Not like the quickest one, but it does have some interesting potential. Look at Mara. Turn away for 1 second. This thing is just strapped on a little jetpack here. Watch out, guys. 1, 2, 3 days ago, that was a big move, and this is an engulfing candle. Well, not technically because it's not the one immediately to the left, but that's huge resistance roughly at 5.8 to 6. So just keep that in mind. This thing has huge resistance above. Right now it's on its second leg. First leg was about 22%. And we're roughly right at that same area. So just be careful because MARA could be losing a lot of steam right here. No, Michael, holding bags. What are you doing? You know better than that. To Elon. I wonder if that's the case. Well, Mara is doing this last blow off top here. I mean, who knows if it's the last blow off top, but strong last candle, potentially last candle. Sorry, I don't want to keep saying last candle because we don't know if that's the case. EVs are a bit of a mixed bag today. We got HCAC up almost 10%, and then we got NKLA down 22%. Wow, that's ferocious. HYLN down 17%. Oh man, I'm so happy we sold almost all of our swings. QS up 24%. That's insane. I can't believe they hit this high. It's only 9:53, and I feel like it's almost time to wrap up trading. It's a weird feeling I have right now. SPCB, possible bottom here at 1.3, 1.4. This stock is getting a little bit cheap for my preference. Look at the, oh yeah, Tesla had a nice sell-off here. Man, Tesla broke 607. That's insane. Multi-day rally here. My God. 50+%, guys, rally on Tesla. For a company this size to just rally 50% out of nowhere land, oh man, that's insane. If you guys know Meet Kevin, the YouTuber, real estate guy, he has like most of his wealth in Tesla. And I think it's like $3 million. So he just got a few, maybe like $2 extra million to his net worth in the last, I don't know, 2 weeks. Gotta love investing. Just like that, $2 million. Plus long-term holding capital gains. Only paying like 25% taxes on that. So beautiful stuff. Let's get back to day trading here a little bit. SPCB could be having a bit of a bottom reversal, guys. Keep an eye on this one. I'm going to do a quick restroom break, water refill, and I'll be back in, I don't know, 2 minutes or so. Maybe we could talk about swing trades earlier today because I don't know. So did we finish day trading already? We'll see. The can man. Those are some fun emojis you threw in there. I like the baby bottle. there's such a good chance, Jason, that it's going to break 20,000 today. I mean, it's at 19.9 thousand. Up 17. Oh, actually, it already did break it. It already did break 20,000. I was just kind of thinking, maybe it already did break 20. Bitcoin back above 20,000. Absolutely insane. Somebody's wondering what the plans are for the new session. Welcome to the chat if you're new. So far we've been day trading SPCB and CAAS. Just took a little bit of a break here. It's 10 o'clock. Would like to trade maybe another 30 minutes or so, but I don't know. I'm not really seeing any setups that are making me super excited right now. We might switch to talk about swing trades. GameStop, guys, back at it again. GameStop's been looks like my trades aren't popping up. GameStop was one we swing traded in the past. Never that aggressively. Big breakout here. I'm still a little confused why they're up so much. I'll be very nervous to hold these guys into earnings. Oh, very cool, Jonathan. I'd be tempted to knock on his door and be like, "Hey, what's up?" That'd be a bit awkward. Probably annoying for him too. So, all right, I still got SPCB on my second screen, keeping a close eye on it. In the meantime, I'm going to be checking out a few other tickers. Yeah, maybe, Jonathan, but it just doesn't make sense. You know, like why GameStop? Why not buy it directly online or something like that? I don't know. What am I missing about GameStop? Maybe I need to go into a GameStop. I need to have like that moment where I'm like, oh, I finally get it now. Because at the moment, I'm totally lacking that. Big moves on Mara. Absolutely crazy. SPCB breaking key support, guys. Falling off a cliff right now. PS5 came out, that's why. Yeah, maybe that is the reason. Next major spot of support is roughly at 132, pretty much where SPCB right now is, and then 129, 127. These are hot zones on this ticker. Remember that last sell-off, that last 5-minute candle sell-off here was about 17-18%. That was a huge amount of sell-off. So you don't want to be blindly buying a stock when it's selling off like this, unless there's really some decent support and you're taking profits quick, in my eyes. Even then, still a bit of a risky setup. Would consider trading SPCB maybe in the lower 20s, mid 20s. We'll see. I'm just watching price action right now. There's a lot of sell momentum we had in that last candle. 29 is picking up volume. 30 might crack. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get this one. Nice. Congrats to anyone that was buying in the 127, 128 zone. Big support there. Definitely warranted some confidence behind that trade. GameStop is well represented in Germany. How do I know so little about GameStop? I think that's why I missed a lot of the swing trades on it, because I was so skeptical. I was like, this what? Can't be up. I don't get it. It like kind of goes against a little bit of the overall like world trends of buying online. Unless they have a phenomenal online store. I don't know. And then VWAP says literally like what I'm thinking. GameStop is like going to the movies, you're the only one in there. But their stock price looks like everyone goes to GameStop. Maybe it was just so undervalued. Maybe that it's just a pure fundamental play. I have no idea. Nice, John. Taking profits. Never go broke taking profits. CAAS flagging out. I don't know if I would call this a flag pattern. Could be a pullback opportunity, but it's not really a proper flag. Maybe in the 1 second could actually look like that. So it could be. We'll all see different things based on our time zones. I'd be careful here because this thing has tried to hold its highs at two critical spots here, and both failed. So if you look to the left, the first big shoulder here is a failed high shoulder. So it's just be careful. We need to get above that to really start showing strength. What I do like is the buy volume here is a little bit stronger, so that's some signs. Yeah, VWAP. I like Steam as well. Steam's important to get your Age of Empire fix in. Hike and I played a Thanksgiving match. It was really good fun. Well, I should say several. Plus now with a beastly laptop, makes a little bit more sense. Mara and Riot are both making a very similar pattern right now. What's the biggest struggle right now, Michael? Is it which ticker is giving you a hard time, QS or a different one? CAAS, let's see it. VWAP breakout here. Remember, this was actually one of the hottest stocks pre-market. It was just ever since the market opened, it's been selling off because it was over-traded and people are just taking profits. So maybe it's going to have that move. What I was thinking was a late morning, midday breakout past maybe $8 is something, as long as it holds its highs, which it kind of is doing. I usually don't like to see a stock sell off more than like 13% from pre-market highs. Not pre-market highs, from the open. Right now it's down about 15% from the open before it reversed. So kind of holding its highs. Nice. Micah, that's what it's all about. Clean profits, man. Congrats. That was a good overnight too. I think that was an overnight that I should have done it as well. It felt so obvious somehow. With CAAS, here you can see the exact sell-off that was so dangerous, and this is why I didn't want to trade this area. Because here we had a failed high, we had a flush. Failed high, pretty nasty flush right here on failed breakout. Here we had it, pretty much a similar situation. So that's why I didn't buy this breakout of VWAP. Held for a month. Oh, okay, that's a whole different story. Yeah. You were saying about the converted shares. I think that was Friday. $10.08, guys. 10:08. I feel like I'm just waking up. Good move with Mara right there. Man, I should have traded that one. I don't even know why I didn't. Talk about sandbagging. Remember, we were talking about $6 being huge resistance here for Mara, so be really careful on this potential double top here. I think it could double top out more so than breakout, so let's see what happens. Remember, we had this huge high candle here. Volume's a little bit light today. Doesn't look like there's a specific catalyst, so breaking to a new high today is a little bit less likely. I don't trade options because there's enough things I have to think about every day. Just don't want to overwhelm myself anymore. I'm spread thin as it is. I don't have anything against options though. I think it's quite cool. Here we go. Look at that 6. Huge resistance there. Wow, getting really chipped away quickly. This could break out. That just went from 2,000 to 1,000 in seconds. That was impressive. Let's see. There's going to be probably a second attempt coming up. That would be my guess. Here's a quick pullback. This is potential to load up right now for a move back above 6. I'm not trading it. I'm just kind of thinking in my head what I could do maybe. Here we go. Possible second attempt. Now we're, like I said before, I usually don't ever hold for the third attempt. Second attempts I like to stick around for usually. So we're getting closer to that second attempt. We need to be chipping away at 6 for a proper move here. It's getting a little weak. I probably would have sold. It's taking too long. Yeah, there we go. There's a bit of a bigger sell-off. I don't like when breakouts don't happen immediately. There's a saying, breakout or get out. It makes a lot of sense. You don't just hold a breakout. You can hold other moves, like, I don't know, if you're averaging into a round bottom or whatnot, there's tons of times to hold longer average down, but a breakout's usually not one of them. Remaining fractional shares will be liquidated after market closes. Fractional shares. Do you own like 0.5 shares or something like that? I'm not sure. I haven't seen an error message like that. I've heard of an error message like that, but I don't remember what my experience is with that. What broker are you using? Jonathan's wondering if I can explain more about what I said with VWAP. I'm not totally sure where I mentioned it, but I would guess you were talking about CAAS because I was talking about VWAP here quite a bit. What I don't like is you can see we broke this critical like $7 zone. We sold off, and then we try to have a retest here twice to get back above VWAP. Both times didn't work. So I call these areas, this general area right here is shoulder. This is a shoulder, and we sell off, and we're coming back up. So now we're kind of making two shoulders. Both of them are under VWAP. And this shoulder is actually higher. That's also a bit of a bear sign in my eyes because we're missing a little bit of momentum here. We did have a good increase in volume. That's actually quite a bullish sign. But the fact that we couldn't break above the high and we flushed here once, we did it again here, we did it again here. To me, this overall setup here was just a little bit risky in my eyes, and I didn't really see that we're going to get a continuation. CAS. It's a top lead gapper on the day, so maybe it needs to just consolidate a little bit more. Totally fine. It's had a huge first leg to the upside without proper consolidation. So I would give this one a little bit longer, maybe on the second, third attempt. I don't know. If it breaks under 63.33, and I'd be even more skeptical about this one. It's selling off more than I would have wanted, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and remove a lot of these drawings here just for clean purposes. Mara over 6. I saw you guys shout that out. Nice, nice, nice. Congrats to anyone that bought the 5s. That's a 6% move. Sweet. SPCB guys just broke 1-3. Critical spot there. Be careful. Yeah, it's always a bit of a risky play. Like, you know, sometimes it works, but I feel like you're playing with negative averages at that point, and you're just, I don't know, do it 100 times, you're probably gonna walk away in the red. So that's why I don't hold for the third breakout. Don't forget to drop a like, guys. If you're enjoying the stream, join the community. I always love being here with you guys, and if you're totally new, consider subscribing. I'd love to see you again. Then we got some new faces in here, so that's always exciting. And if you guys are interested in learning more about day trading, don't forget that first link in the video description below, tradejournal.co/connect. You can learn about everything we do here. I got a foundation video series that'll get you caught up to speed in just 1 to 2 hours. We got our checklist. We got our Webull sponsor right here. Get four free stocks. We got a savings account here, Yoda Savings. Actually, I'm going to make a video about this, I think, today. There's some cool interest rates I kind of was able to break down, get the actual expected EVs. And then don't forget the Discord group right here, which I've been sandbagging a little bit in myself because, wow, this last weekend, holidays sure I had some, I focused on a little bit more downtime, which is there goes Mara. Mara was not able to hold that 6 breakout at all. Big sell volume as well. Man, a lot of tickers are just selling off. Nice, Brent. Happy to hear, man. All right, Jonathan, I like it. Wow, CAAS did not hold that area. I'm watching SPCB, guys. This could be a little backside potential. Not the biggest trade. This could be a little scalpy, but I like kind of the price action we're seeing. A little bit of fading momentum. No trade yet on it for me. Just kind of watching it. That was a huge sell-off there. I might have missed my trade on SPCB. I was waiting for a move maybe into the teens or so, but I don't know if we're going to get something like that. Yeah, I see AQB right here. It's right under SPCB. Good little morning run here. Wow, impressive. It's pretty much all up after the market opened. $5 is a bit of a key zone. 5.5 as well. Look who we got in the chat room. That's hilarious. Oh, you guys are ridiculous. Oh. Oh. This Monday is kicking my butt. Oh, Brett. Coming up with the nice words. Is CAAS, CAAS, am I saying that right? Did I say too many A's? The only way you can really trade this right now is trading the backside, looking for retest, or accumulating it and hoping for a reversal, but I'm not really sure if I want to do either right now on this ticker. I would probably consider trading a crack of 6. I feel like that could set you up with some pretty decent risk reward, depending on how strong the crack is. If it might like maybe start reversing around 590s, I don't know. That's just a guess, but I'd rather do that than trade this area. Yeah, Dennis, I know what you mean. I like to do that as well. Every time I close my second screen, that's when I know, like, boom, I'm done with day trading. That's like my subconscious. I'm done. I'm out of here. 10:20. We'll do the mid recap here in a second, and then we'll start talking about some swing trades. Oh man, BTC up almost $2,000 today. That is insane. 20% runner. What's the BTC news today? Why is it up so much? Why does it say for the first time ever? It was over 20,000 already. Maybe of the year? I don't know. That's weird. It can't just be up on this Winklevoss twin interview, because they're always saying north of $250,000 per Bitcoin. I don't see anything new here. Here's one thing, fresh record. Nothing really new here. I don't know. We'll have to maybe do some more research at one point, but I don't see any reason specifically, but besides, just people buying it and, being long it, but it doesn't look like there's a catalyst driving it. That's what I'm trying to say. NNDM. freaky. $60 million offering on NNDM is not what you want to be seeing. What's the market cap on this ticker? That's like about a 10% offering. That's kind of high. Doesn't exactly breed trust. One second, I'm still watching SPCB right now, and it could be 123, an interesting possibility for an entry. The problem with SPCB is the big lack of volume at this point in the day. I think that's one thing on SPCB that's making me a little bit shaky. NNDM almost had a full recovery after that offering news. That's quite impressive. I wouldn't be super long though after an offering news. Usually isn't the nicest. It's had a good rally though. SPCB might break $6, guys. I mean, CAAS and then SPCB possible entry, but just kind of watching this one. Huge sellers there at 124. Very light volume. This could easily crack into the 19 and to the high teens. I would much rather break the teens and then buy it, but I also have no problem with missing this trade. Oh, 124 is really, really heavy on SPCB right now. CAAS looks like it might even reverse here. Ooh, it's cracking. Cracked for a second, literally a second, went to 97, maybe even 96, instantly popped back up. That's quite a bullish sign. SPCB hitting 122 for the first time. Volume is so light on SPCB. 121. Man, CAAS, I was thinking it would crack a little bit more than that. That's a really bullish sign that it cracked 6, but it didn't hold that at all, and it had such light volume. I'm just watching the price action here for a little bit longer. I want to see if we could snag another trade today. Nice move there on CAAS. That would have been perfect. Up 3%. Could have closed it out for a quick, 2 to 3% profit on that one. Could probably hold it longer till about 6.5. I would probably feel comfortable with that. So, congrats to anyone that nailed that one. Possible catalyst from Christopher. Guggenheim says they can invest up to 530 million in a Bitcoin trust. Oh, really interesting. That's definitely good stuff. Especially with like now the PayPal is starting to accept it. Yeah, I might have missed SPCB. I really want to see the 19s. Maybe even something less than that. So I don't know. Maybe I was too conservative. It's hard to say. But right now it's looking pretty strong. Yeah, a bit, Jonathan. I feel like most people at this point own a little bit of Bitcoin. Or some sort of altcoin. Maybe Ethereum. Maybe some Neo. Gotta get their Neo fix. Okay, you don't. Well, it's easier to buy now than ever before. I mean, you got it on Robinhood, you could buy it for free. You got it on Webull, you could buy it for free. It's definitely a good option. Before with Coinbase and all those other platforms, and the fees were always so expensive. And I think most people are speculating. Most people don't use it for their business, or use it for their own personal life. Although it's great for it, it's has phenomenal use cases, but I think most people are speculating. And if you're just speculating, you don't necessarily need to hold your private keys, and that's why Webull or Robinhood might be a good option for that. Plus, I'm sure they would read this. They have insurance for hacks and whatnot. Michael, what are you doing, man? You know better than that. Pulling a Wall Street bets. Oi, oi, oi. But if it's an investment portfolio or whatnot, that's just how it is. Sometimes you have big up days, sometimes big down days. Yeah, Coinbase Pro is okay. It's pretty good. That's where I did most of my day trading. It's so expensive. That's my problem. SPCB, guys, this looks like it's the reversal. Coulda, shoulda, woulda stuck around with it, or at least tried it, but it was such a slow mover with almost no volume, so it wasn't really something I was so interested in. But yeah, we could have made like 2-3% off of it. That could have really popped us up today a little bit more, especially if we use big size. But we would have really been pushing it, I think. Yeah, they're extremely expensive. That's honestly why I would rather use Robinhood or Webull for crypto, because like I'm not trying to pay 0.5% on a roundhouse trade. That's absolutely insane. Their fees used to be even more. So I don't know. Binance is good. They have this low fees, but if you're really just speculating large cap crypto, I would really consider even Webull or Robinhood. As much as it pains me to say that, because it's like so anti what crypto's about, if you really are just speculating small, with small positions, I think it's the smartest approach because you don't pay fees. But yeah, I don't know. I'm probably gonna get some people calling me out for that, but I don't know. It makes sense. All right, guys, let's do a little bit of a midday recap here. So we traded SPCB and we traded CAAS. Right now it's 134. So let me just write that down. 134. Yeah, SPCB doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Up 5%, 6%. Oh, congrats to anyone that nailed that one. No, Jonathan, you do not own the keys. It is not your crypto, pretty much. It's just on that platform. You can only speculate. You can't withdraw or anything like that. I got a whole video on Webull, if you guys are curious, breaking down all of the crypto Webull need to knows. It's about 12 minutes long. So yeah. Definitely check that out if you're interested. We're up 468. Almost 469 if you count the cents and round up on SPCB, and then CAAS, we're up 80 bucks on this one. So pretty decent profit trading day here today, 548. I didn't do that much trading today though. With SPCB, we did 1, 2, 3 trades, and I think I did one more earlier, and this was a full-on failed breakout. So 1, 2, 3, 4 trades here. And then on CAAS, we had, my trades aren't showing on CAAS, but I think it was a little bit of a pre-market trade on this one. Actually, I could go ahead and figure that out. CAAS. Well, we had a late day one at 9:48, and then we had this one at 8:26. So yeah, this was a little bit of a failed size. I bought in one of these breakouts right here and then closed fairly quickly. Yeah, and then we had a little bit of a reversal here. So nothing really too crazy. What I think on CAAS, guys, I want to kind of like reiterate this just one last time because I really do think we might be seeing something like this one. So far, this ticker has been holding its highs okay. We are down about 20% from the open, and then from the pre-market highs, we're down like 22, 23%. But this was a big mover today, and technically it's still holding its highs here. So I would really like to see $5 hold, or $6 hold. Maybe we'll get a move to $5.50, but then, you know, it could be a midday runner or so. Had some really good catalysts. Chinese auto parts company, 12 million float, 115 million market cap. They rallied after EV being really strong in China, and they're selling power steering products to the EV market in China. And apparently China wants to be producing 25% of all its vehicles by 2025. So that's a pretty good government initiative. It's kind of benefiting from that news. Plus it has micro news. I could see this thing continuing here, but the big question is, you know, how well does it hold its highs? This is a big gap up day after a big multi-day run already. After good earnings. So a lot of stuff looking strong for this one. It's just a big move, and like how, like, is it overvalued at this point? That's really the big question. So I'd be a little bit careful like blindly holding this ticker, but this could see some really good late day, maybe midday, maybe even power hour activity. So right now it's cracking here. So yeah, I don't know, pretty much puts a nail in the coffin for a little bit here on CAAS, unless we get maybe a move back to the upside at one point. SPCB, another ticker that was our lead gapper on the day. Really nice on this one. Israel Security and Protection Services company, 12 million float. They are kind of expanding their software services to international clients. It didn't really say much about the contract, so it's a bit of a question mark there. But you know, good upside potential on a $14 million company. So that's pretty small market cap. Obviously today it's going to be much bigger. So already at 21 million market cap. A lot of failed spikes here, or like boom, here's a big gap day, here's a gap day. Here's a gap day. This one actually held its highs pretty well. This looks like, not too much dilution on this ticker maybe, but possible failed gap day again. So be a little bit careful here. Would like to see a bit more support come in. Right now we're having a bit of a reversal, but I think I would have more hopes for CAAS than SPCB. But I do think both of these could start seeing a little bit of a turnaround and maybe get back to VWAP or something like that. Okay, maybe not VWAP, but I would probably look, if I was trading SPCB long right now, I'd be thinking, okay, well, we have a huge floor roughly here at 136, and then we have, again, a former retest, or, the first big crack here with a little bit of a bounce. So maybe we'll get maybe to somewhere here around 133. So I'll be looking for 133. If we break that, I'll be looking for 136. If we break that, I'll be looking for 144 and then 150. Those are kind of like the critical spots I'll be looking for SPCB. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the day trading we did today. Nothing really too wild, but we're walking away with some decent profits here. Actually, our bigger green day last week was a bit of a slow week for me, so nice way to start the week and end the month, I gotta say. So not bad stuff here. Yeah, Mike, I wish that there was something I could say, but I mean, you know exactly what to do, and if it's a swing trade or if it's a day trade or if it's investment, you know how to go about it. Just look at the long term and try not to do any sporadic decisions. Yeah, that's true. Everything is down a little bit today. Doesn't mean it can't keep selling off. I mean, just understand that, if it's a swing trade, sometimes you hold these buggers for a while. If you remember our EVs, I mean, HYLN, we were down like 35% on that one. That was pretty painful. Held that one quite a long time. Even GE, which ended up being our best swing trade, we held it for so long. We were holding this ticker right here at 660 something, and then we were down like 10%, and then eventually, we were up 60%, and that's where we closed it. So yeah, it's just, sometimes you just gotta ride it out, but hard to say. I always like to buy these swing trades when the markets are overall much lighter. They've already sold off a bit. So you could always close positions and buy back. That's another way to maybe consider going about it. Does it say on my GE trade how long we held it? Not really. Man, SPCB, guys, doing exactly what I wanted to do. Kind of kicking myself that I didn't trade this one. We could have held this the whole time. We could be up like 8% right now. Usually I don't do something like that, but I was pretty sure that 121, 122, 123 was a good buy. I was waiting for 119 though, and now it's at 130. Man, that's painful. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, so you guys know what I like to do for my swing trading is separate it to my 25K challenge account, which is a cash account and a Roth IRA account, and then I do my day trading in a different account. In October and September and October, we had a lot of trades mixed together, and it was really bothering me, so I really try to separate the two accounts. Right now, we're only long ADT. We're down about 240 on this one. We've been holding ADT for a few months now. So this is the last swing trade. We had like 7 or 8 or even 9. I closed all of them. ADT is the only one we haven't closed. So yeah, that's the only thing kind of pending here. Oh yeah, since it's the last trading day of the month, I could quickly throw up the monthly stats if you guys are curious. I'll probably do a whole video on this another time, but actually maybe we'll do another. You guys already know what the stats are pretty much. But I'll just throw it up here for a split second so you guys can remember, or if you're just curious right now. So for this month, obviously the trades aren't documented for today, so these stats are going to change a little bit here, but it looks like we're going to be ending up the month about 8.5 thousand, which is pretty sweet. Our largest trade really was GE. This was the swing trade that accounted for a lot of this profit. And we held this one for quite some time. So you can see here we bought the pullback, and then we held it all the way to about $11, where this was big shoulder resistance right here, and that's why we ended up selling this one. That was a 60% profit, but we'll dive a lot more into all the stats coming up here soon. But yeah, let's talk about swing trades. I know that a lot of you guys were waiting for that, so I don't want to delay that anymore. So let's go here to the challenge account and then kind of go through some of these swing trades we're looking at. GE, I am kind of considering buying this one again. Yeah, it's just the 25K challenge account. The unlimited account has over $25,000 in it. That's why it's unlimited. In the 25K challenge, we've been growing this one from originally 4,000. Right now, it's roughly at 11.3 thousand or something like that. But it's kind of irrelevant at this point in terms of 25K challenge. So GE is a swing trade I'm definitely consider buying back. I would like to see something back to this 9 EMA, maybe even a break of the 9 EMA. I think this overall area is good support though, so I definitely am considering buying this one as we kind of start selling off again. I really like the overall GE kind of thesis. We got EV galore up here, so like there's just so many EV companies that are worth considering. With Tesla, man, this $600 move was really strong. It's had a good rally. Just remember the last really big rally here. This was about a 90% move. This rally here is the second to last one, or kind of the reverse, 86% move. And then we're kind of getting another rally here, about a 55% move. So as we pull back to maybe 500 and I don't know 30 or so, maybe we're going to see some support around the 9 EMA, and then we're going to rip past 600. I don't know. That's definitely one pure technical analysis guess. If you guys use this kind of larger pullback zone, which technically you could maybe should do, that's about an 80% move already. So who knows? Maybe we hit the highs, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe had one or two more attempts to keep breaking past 607. So that's kind of what I would be thinking about. Yeah, Dennis, a lot of us are in there. And if you guys aren't in the Discord, definitely check it out. Workhorse, bigger pullback, NKLA. Wow, this one's really dying hard. I'm always surprised that people are buying NKLA into the breakouts. It tends to not perform very well, especially now that it's on the backside of the move. These flushes after the failed breakouts are just absolutely devastating. NIO, defining pretty much the laws of gravity, hit 57.2. That's insane. I still don't feel comfortable going long NIO. CLSK, I don't know. The fact that I keep missing the $7 zone is baffling. KCAC, Kensington Cap Acquisition Corp. Well, they're now QS, so we have to kind of change this up a little bit. Is QS on this list? Yeah, it is. It's right down here. So QS is really a ticker I would love to go long on. Selling off quite a bit today. It's hard to say. Like, I don't want to be caught in something like RKT, where, you know, they had their IPO, they moved up a lot, and then they sold off even more. RXT is even a similar example where, you know, had a good move to the upside, but then it sold off. LMND, similar situation, had a big move to the upside, got choppy, then kind of sold off for a while. So I feel like with QS, I'm just not totally sure if I really want to buy in these highs. I was wanting to buy in the 20s, and now it's, you know, over 100% of that. So I feel like maybe I missed the ship a little bit on QS, but, you know, who says it can't just keep running from here? So I don't know. NIO doesn't scare me. Nice, Micah. Just taking it like a champ. HCAC. Wow, what a move on this one. Unfortunately, our trade's not showing because, I don't know, TOS is being sloppy right now. We sold this one around 11, and then it ends up freaking ripping like crazy. So sometimes on these swing trades, you know, once the stock starts making new highs, you kind of just want to hold it and see how long it can go, but that was really unexpected. HYLN could be actually worth considering buying again. in this $20 zone. So that's an interesting one. Solo, such a strong move on solo. Actually, the fact that the volume is getting really light on this one kind of makes it interesting to possibly buy again. I would probably wait for a move around 5.5. I think that's where I would be looking to buy solo. So I'll put a little bit of a entry marker here on this one. RIDE hitting our possible entry point on this ticker, Lordstown. They have the EV trucks, which trucks are the best selling vehicles in America. So this RIDE could be looking good in these areas. Maybe even a move below this area could be a good take. GP, green power. Good pullback here to 20. This could be a great accumulation area. We had a nice move to the upside. A lot of consolidation though. This consolidation took pretty much 2 months. It's kind of freaking me out a bit. But good volume here. I would have to do more research on GP. Canadian auto manufacturer, green power. I'm going to put it to our list. EV stars with the Energy Coalition in California. Yeah, we actually looked into GP not too long ago. This could be good. Big rally. Honestly, with a lot of the EV stocks we're seeing right now, I don't know if getting in right now, we're still on the way to the upside, but maybe just waiting for another big sell-off and then really starting to accumulate heavy, but then you're risking missing the move to the upside right now, so I'm not totally sure if that's a good idea. Michael, yeah, I know that pain, it's stressful. KNDI, guys, around $10 looks like a great acquisition right here. Look at that huge bounce, 7% already. That's not too shabby. I'd probably even think about KNDI roughly around $8 or so. I don't know if we're going to dip that low. $10 is a critical psychological spot. Let's actually go ahead and put an alert on this ticker just so we kind of remember some key spots here. IDEX, I know this one's called out a few times. Let me go and pop it up here. I don't have any thoughts on the top of my head about it. Yeah, Omar, we're out of that HCAC. Like I said in the beginning, we're actually out of all of our swing trades except ADT. So right now I'm waiting to buy swings again. I'm waiting for some maybe a little bit better price action better risk reward. We've had a lot of these kind of massive moves to the upside, and I just feel like I'm still risking, if I entered right now, 20-30% dips on a lot of these trades. So I'd rather accumulate after that, and if I miss it, I miss it. Yeah, I mean, Omar, good for you, man. It's had a sweet move. It's right now had a bit of a crack of momentum. We sold it around 1150 or something like that. So definitely paid to hold it. GM with the electric Hummer has just been non-stop. This company has been flying, more than rebuilt itself. And good for jumping on the EV bandwagon here a little bit. Again, another company, even though it's a very large company that a lot of people know, I just would feel more comfortable waiting for a bigger pullback, waiting for a bit more places to accumulate. I just feel like it's a bit overextended. XPEV, this is the one I was too cautious on. I was waiting for a crack under 17. I wanted to accumulate in the 16.5 zone, which at the time felt like the right thing to do. But wow, this thing had a huge rally. So I don't know. Toyota Motors near big support. This is kind of what I'm waiting for with GE as well. FSR. God, the amount of EV companies is just insane. It's almost hard to keep track of them all. See, we're seeing this kind of sell-off now across the board. So the question is, how much more selling are we going to see? With something like CIIC, we're starting to really approach some of these former big support zones. Not to mention, the sell volume has been fading here, so it's actually, there's not a lot of people selling, but there's a lot of people holding, just not buying. So it's a bit of the problem right now where it's just kind of, where's the low on this ticker? Oops. FUV is looking quite interesting as well. Man, so many hot stocks worth really jumping on at one point. Pfizer up nicely. Remember we were talking about buying Pfizer at 36? That was a really nice accumulation. We added that to our investment portfolio, so that was really sweet. Big reason for that was just the big support around 36, 180-day moving average coming down here. A lot of bad news just kind of came out with the CEO selling, and then the Moderna vaccine being better than the BioNTech vaccine, which is obviously the partner of Pfizer. I felt like all the bad news was a little bit oversold, and then it wasn't even really bad news to begin with. So yeah, that was a pretty nice little accumulation. BioNTech making new highs there at 120. Regeneron, big support here at 500, could be a great support zone, even for a small bounce. Actually looks really good. I would probably even consider trading REGN. That one looks really hot right now. Wow, Moderna, once it had this news come out of their like 1.5% vaccine or whatnot, this thing has really just shot through the roof. Yeah, Jared, that's super true. Thanks, Ramoli. starting, I think, it's hard to say, but probably in 1 or 2 weeks, maybe even next year latest, I want to really dive a bit more into the swing trades. But hopefully we'll be able to pick like 1 or 2 a week now for some, not the recap video, but the videos before or after the live stream, just for really focusing on like 1 or 2 EV tickers. I want to spend a little bit more time diving into that. Lately I haven't really had the time for it. Eli Lilly, another company working on an EV vaccine. I'm not sure why FII is here. I remember we were discussing it, but I don't know why it's under my biotech. Let me remove this. That was probably an accident. What's CAAS up to? Found some support, roughly 575. Really nice, having a bit of a reversal here. We're seeing good reversals right now happening, which is pretty cool. Hopefully some of you guys are riding those. Kind of really kicking myself that I missed a lot of that. We could have kept day trading and maybe made another 5% or so, but I'm pretty happy overall on the day. We're up quite nicely, and would have been pretty slow, and I don't know, who knows, maybe I would have got shaken out at some ridiculous point. Trying to think about it in the most optimistic way as possible. I think tomorrow, guys, instead of going through EVs, we can go through some other companies. I want to maybe dive through our old swing trade watch list. There's definitely a few. If you go to the growth swings, there's a few in here that I think are worth talking about. I mean, everything from Sonos to Jets, some of the other airlines. We got AMD, Intel, Apple, all these fun things I want to be diving into a little bit more as well. Look at space making new highs here. This is looking really, really good, promising. Just a lot of hot stuff across the board, guys. We got pretty much a swing trade account that's empty and ready to load up. So this week, maybe we're going to load up a little bit more. We'll see what happens. I don't want to jump the gun on anything like that, but yeah, exciting stuff we're seeing here. And I'm pretty ready to jump on it. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up here. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to take a break, and then I want to talk about the expected value of our new savings account. So I'll see you guys probably in a video later today about that. AMC is just, I don't know if I can trade this one anymore. I feel like maybe I'm overly biased at this point, which sometimes affects my trading. Thanks, Constantine, for those constant shout-outs. I really do appreciate that support, as well as Harley. I know you guys are always pumping it. Thanks a lot. So yeah, pretty much wraps up everything, guys. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. I really do appreciate that. Easiest way to support the channel. I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning, and any other kind of videos in between. If you have any questions or other stock call-outs, don't forget to join the Discord, guys. It's that first link in the video description below, tradejournal.co/connect. Scroll down and you'll see the Discord link there. Yeah, there's a lot of IPOs coming out. We got Airbnb, Roblox. I need to look into that one. All right, guys, like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades, and best of luck, Michael, with your swings. All right, guys. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.